The internet is a vast resource. Even those of us who use the internet every day know very little about it. My name is Evangeline Pryor, and this is my presentation on Tor and the Dark Web. Tor, which stands for the Onion Routing, actually began as a U.S. Naval Research Laboratory project. Now, Tor exists as a not-for-profit funded partly by the U.S. government and partly by civil liberties groups to allow users to browse anonymously. According to the Project Tor website, their mission is to advance human rights and freedoms by creating and deploying free and open-source anonymity and privacy technologies, supporting their unrestricted availability and use, and furthering their scientific and popular understanding. Essentially, the Onion routing system allows the user to block internet trackers, avoid surveillance, and browse the internet freely without concern for censorship. So what is Onion routing? Usually, when an internet user connects to the internet server, there is a direct connection between the client and the server they are requesting, which is visible to anyone who knows how to access their IP or information point address. A user's data, after entering the Tor network, will pass through an entry node, also known as the guard node, then at least one middle node, and then an exit node before reaching its destination. In Onion routing, there's a two-part system of encryption and node routing, which is comparable to a spy using disguises and distractions. Imagine this. A spy wants to enter a secret hideout. In order to get there safely and secretly, the spy must pass several lookout points to distract the guards. Each time, he sheds one disguise and dons another, making himself almost untraceable. This spy is the user's GET message, hopping from one router node to another, each time shedding a layer of encryption until it reaches the server. The Onion router earned its name by the many layers of encryption that are shed during the process of routing. Using Tor, one can simply browse the internet in privacy and anonymity. Certainly, because of the unique nature of encryption and routing, the process is significantly slower than traditional browsing on ClearNet servers. In online transactions, Tor renders the buyer, the seller, merchandise, and currency unidentifiable. As psychology experts assert, de-individuation theory informs us that anonymity is likely to beget unethical or violent behavior. Due to this fact, much of the content accessed on Tor is illicit. Specifically, Tor allows its users to enter what is considered the dark web. Though the terms dark web and deep web are often used interchangeably, there is an important difference. The internet is like an iceberg. The visible portion, commonly understood to be the visible 10%, is termed the ClearNet or surface web. The ClearNet is anything searchable on a traditional browser such as Google, Chrome, or Bing. The deep web is the 90% of the iceberg that lies beneath the surface. The deep web consists of anything that requires credentials to log in, such as academic information, medical records, legal documents, and government resources. The dark web is a seedy subset of the deep web, which is used for more illicit activities. The content of the dark web is not indexed and therefore not searchable on traditional ClearNet browsers. In the dark web, website names are scrambled into random 16-digit addresses ending with .onion. Also known as hidden services or onion land, the dark web has a wide range of content for purchase or for hire. On the dark web market, about 15% of listings are for illegal drugs. Also available are forums for hacking groups and services for hire such as Hack Forum, Trojan Forge, and The Real Deal. Among the illegal financial district of Onionland exists web money, real money, and Russian cryptocurrency, which supposedly is behind most illegal trade. On fraud forums, users can access the information of PayPal and Bitcoin for exploitation. There are also sites for crowd-funded assassins, hitmen, and crime as a service. In any phishing or scam forums, users can buy and sell personal data and commit identity theft. Some of the more disturbing things available on the dark web include illegal pornography and cyber terrorist groups, including both real and fake groups claiming to be ISIS. Finally, social media sites like Facebook have created their own dark web versions to allow content sharing for users with restricted content. Because onion routing has rendered the access and payment for these services untraceable, internet criminals are rarely tracked down. Due to the illicit and dangerous nature of much of the content available on the dark web, extra caution ought to be exercised. Researcher and analyst Bartlett, in his book on the dark web, cites redacted conversations of careless young Tor users who were trying to make money on the dark web and ended up revealing their true identities. Other Tor users took this information, tracked down their phone number and residential address, and used it to scam and threaten the young users. Fortunately, the UK's GCHQ, America's FBI, and Interpol have dedicated cybersecurity training programs and have taken action to reduce child exploitation as well as cyber terrorism. While the government cyber safety units work hard to reduce the dark marketplace, the anonymity of the onion routing is important to keep in society. Certainly, we should continue to advocate for cyber safety by supporting global law enforcement as they train specialists to patrol the internet. However, we can also advocate for cyber safety by supporting internet anonymity for the sake of individual privacy rights. Without this online anonymity, the safety of whistleblowers, journalists, and human rights activists who rely on Tor network would be greatly compromised. Thank you for watching.